Hey, DAVONTAE funny boy. It was his childhood dream to be a Raider, folks. Don't forget that, man. Hey, this was his childhood dream to play for them Raiders. Hey, shout out to Tay, boy. That boy ready to get up out of the shit not going smooth. And where they at? Vegas? Man, I was finna say Oakland. And I feel bad for them Raiders, but I don't even feel bad. I feel bad for Coach Pierce, man, because I feel like he a good coach. He gets his opportunity. And then it's like I don't even know what they got going. I literally don't know what they got going. I guess so. Niggas really quitting on them. Like what they mean? What you mean? Niggas quitting? I don't know what they got going on in Vegas. But hey, Tay ready to get up out of there. So let's see what Tay trying to go. Shout out Pat McAfee. Let's see what they talking about, man. I seen they had the Niners in the thumbnail. Let my Niners get Tay. Like we already got a true number one receiver in Brandon Ayuk. Shout out BA. We already got a number one receiver in Debo. He not a real receiver, though. Shout out, bro, though. If we get a true, I'm talking about the best receiver in the league, we already got the most weapons out here. We get a true numero uno. Man, don't do that to my Niners, but wherever Tay go, I think he will impact the game a lot. Shout out, bro, though. Let's see it.
DAVONTAE, is he going to the Jets?
Bro, I just put it in my ear, bro. I just put the sound in my ear, bro. Like, hey, bro, Tay really trying to leave. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is going to be the only trade we see that's real, a big one.
Aaron Rodgers already negotiating this deal. What have you heard since the announcement was made just yesterday over a series of tweets that DAVONTAE had?
Fuck, I ain't going to lie. He goes to them Jets, man. Look, we think the Jets is trash now. We going to be mistaken when they come to week 13 and them niggas is in the playoff race. Look, well, we let Aaron Rodgers get Davante Adams. It's going to be some tough days.
As for his trade, the Raiders have reached out to some teams for a trade. Then we find out it's going to take a 2 in something else. Then we find out he likes the Saints and the Jets. What do you know, A.J. Hawk? A man who probably has his ear to the ground of the situation. And by ear to the ground, I mean his fingers to the text in a group text that's probably taking place right now in his pocket.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure you would be, you're not surprised to know that I don't have any extra information on this whole situation for you. I absolutely do not, but I do wonder how long it has been going like this. Like, how long has DAVONTAE wanted out, do you think?
Yeah, you tell me. I mean, that is literally the question that
I'm wondering. Like, did it all of a sudden hit him? Like, there's no. This doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. I feel like.
Well, so if you listen to Michael Lombardi of the Lombo Line,
that's what my biggest thing about the Raiders. I thought these niggas just feeling like they got the squad, they got the coach last year, end of the year last year. I thought they was feeling like this the team. We a few games in this? Fuck no, we ready to go. Like, what's going on in Vegas?
On VSiN Live, I believe, he basically said, and now remember, his kid was offense coordinator, I think, for the Raiders last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
He basically said, my report's accurate. Everything I've been saying. He's been looking for a new deal quietly. Davante Adams was trying to go about this in a very professional manner.
Yeah,
he showed up. He did his thing. He played, looking for a new deal. They are who they are. Gardner Minshew just threw for 120 yards. It's not going to get better. It's going to get what? Yada, 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 which is why I came to
got no magic.
You would think that there has to be a little bit of history before we get to this point of asking for a trade. Just a few weeks after being, kind of told that he's a pillar of the Las Vegas Raiders organization. Him and Max Crosby are who they're looking to build around, because this trade chatter, shook, waggle, slow down, late hands, fingertip catch, just in that one, let alone all the other plays that take place there. He's so good. There had to have been something that had this brewing, but there's a lot of teams that want him right now. A lot of fan bases that are like, we'll take Davante Adams. We'll take Davante Adams. Non-guarantees there for 2025 and 2026 on the contract.
Got a lot of receivers. I don't know if the receivers is the Browns' problem. Detroit, that'll be wicked. They already got receivers though. Dallas, that'll be smooth. Take some pressure off CD. I honestly think that'll be smooth. New Orleans, I think he would feel like he's still in Vegas. Shout out to Derek Carr though. Shout out to bro. Even though that's like his dog, like, so he'll go play with bro no matter what. I think you'll still feel like you in Vegas though. Even though they not Vegas, it's just, nigga, you not gonna get that ring you want. Jets, you already know what that is. We ain't gotta speak too much on that. Washington, that'll be smooth. I don't think that'll be another case where I think he still feel like he in Vegas. Shout out to bro.
Which tells us you're going to have to renegotiate a new contract for Davontae Adams if you trade for him. Maybe that'll scare some people out of this conversation. But other than that, a number 2 pick for Davontae Adams, I think I'm going. I'm going A.J. Hawk if I'm the Indianapolis Colts for sure.
Pick for
I know you guys have been talking about it a little bit, like the second-round pick situation.
I thought we was gonna have to give up big dog. You won't tell you gonna have to give up big dog.
That pretty much confirmed that that's what they're looking for.
Multiple people have reported it, so we just assume that that means multiple people have been told that. From either the same person within the Las Vegas Raiders organization or different people within the Las Vegas Raiders organization. Nonetheless, we believe that to be true. Now, is that their opening offer, though? Could you get them for a 3 and maybe a 5? Yeah. You know, if you do like a couple different picks, are you able to make a play or a player if you're able to move one?
Jets, especially like Reddick. You wonder if, especially with Crosby being a little banged up already, if the Jets can work something like, hey, why don't you take this problem?
So if the Raiders add Hassan Reddick to that D-line, obviously that would be insane, but they would have to be able to get a deal done with him.
Got to pay him.
So that would mean it would have to be like a third and Hassan Reddick. So the Jets would lose nothing, basically. Yeah. Third-round pick. Okay.
We fuck the picks. If anything you learned about your picks, the picks, man. I forgot who was talking about this yesterday, but being an NFL fan of a team, bro, say you was a Raiders fan, would you rather win your Super Bowl and then for the next 5 years, y'all boys can barely get into the playoff fight? Or would you rather have 5 good seasons of being 10-4, making it to the divisional round, AFC championship every year, and you never get a ring? You want that Super Bowl, bro. Like, I didn't been a Niners fan for forever, nigga. We been good for forever. We ain't got no ring yet. You know how it feels to not have that ring yet? I feel terrible. I feel like we the same team. We the same as the Browns, nigga. We ain't won that ring. My bad. We ain't won that ring yet, though, bro. Like, word to bro, like I would rather just the same thing with the Rams. Them niggas was garbage. Them niggas got their ring and it was garbage, and now they getting back on track, bro. I'm gonna take my ring any day of the week.
Go run the numbers.
Go get that ring.
In the history of the draft, go run the numbers.
Third rounders out there, bro.
There certainly is, and we love telling those stories. You know why we tell them? Because third rounder made it. I mean, that is, if you go overall, what third rounders are. Overall, what first rounders are. Oh, this draft as a whole, overall, on how many hit. It's like, I think the fantasy land is that they all do. And the reality is, they do not. There's a lot more bust than there is make, and that's why I get so confused about these veteran prices for draft.
I feel like all of us up here do. All of us that have played, have been in the locker room, even watching it for some reason.
They struggling after now. They trying to get back on track. Hey, man, go get that ring while you can go get it.
Whatever the analytics is or whatever their book is, it say, hey, a second rounder, third rounder, fourth rounder for this 30-year-old, 31-year-old wide receiver, running back, whatever it is. It calculates different. Their math is a little bit different than our math, and what we see is a proven vet, a proven guy who's going to come in the locker room and I think, change the culture. I know any young wide receiver I would love for them to be around Davontae Adams, and any young quarterback, I would love for them to be around a guy like Davontae Adams. So our calculations as players, for whatever reason, the front office, I feel like they're operating on a whole different system.
Our math is a little different, their math ain't math to us in the entirety of it all. But if somebody gets Davontae Adams on their team right now, the conversation goes from we're a sputtering offense, which a lot of offenses are this year. Didn't even think about, like, what if the Vikings try to get, I mean.
That wouldn't be fair.
That's what I didn't even.
Jefferson and Devontae can't be on the same team.
And Addison?
Yeah, not allowed.
Yeah, Addison's a one on those teams.
Can they pay him? Do they have the money to pay him?
Quarterback.
That's the question. Like,
quarterback's only getting what, 13 or something like that?
What kind of deal? What kind of deal does he want?
That'd be a pricey wide receiver room.
Yeah, because you just paid Justin Jefferson, but you have rookie quarterback J.J.
Yeah,
McCarthy.
They ain't got nobody else around him, though.
Sam Darnold, it might be his team.
Right. That might be why they don't, because they might have to pay Sam Darnold after this year.
Unless they do we'll be able to pay you.
See, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Sam Darnold. You not getting paid after one season with me, though. Shout out to you, bro. I'm not the New York Giants, and you're not Daniel Jones, man. They paid that nigga Daniel Jones after 2 good playoff games, nigga. Not even good. Nigga Saquon was still carrying. Paid that nigga. Now look at them niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not paying my quarterback after one season, bro. Sorry. Crazy. I need
this year, this amount of money, but then you're a free agent afterwards. Well, you're coming to a team.
Someone could do that, right? Someone could do that. That's trying to win this year. Hey, maybe we're not going to extend it, but we're going all out for this year.
Business can be done. I mean, that is certainly taking place. But there's a lot of fan bases doing exactly what we could get them for 1 year.
Hold on,
we pay them $30 million.
That's some money.
Yeah, we'll pay.
I'll pitch in.
Easy.
There were so many times when I played where I'm like, wait, you mean to tell me we couldn't afford a 5th-round pick for Aqib Talib in his prime? Like, what are we doing? Like,
I get so confused by it as well.
I mean, we traded for Chandler Jones for a 2nd-round pick and a player. And he ended up having 70 sacks over the next 3 years.
I think
I don't get.
We talked about Randy Moss earlier for a 4th. I think I got fined for a tweet about that. I think I got fined for a tweet about it. I was like, Randy Moss worth a 4th rounder these days? How is that even possible? Are you questioning the decision made? I'm like, all right.
And then to your guys' point, like what was the Washington trade to move up to get RG3?
3 first?
Yeah.
That's way.
3.
I feel like that's a lot of the reason why people retire. Like Brady can still go out here and play quarterback. It's just the commitment to being a NFL quarterback. It's not that he too old. He might not can't move. My nigga, who else? My nigga, Calvin Johnson. You telling me he's not going out there fading boys up today? But it's because my nigga is whatchamacallit. Well, I just saying why. Oh, the commitment, you know, bro, like
3 first, right? That year and then the next 2 years.
Yeah.
First round pick. And then I think something else.
Think about the Ricky Williams deal. Whenever he came out, it was like they gave up like
All the
4.
draft.
Yeah, they gave everything. They gave everything up.
Draft.
And that's strictly because of potential. But the potential is you hope that they become DAVONTAE.
Yeah.
That's what.
But I guess they think the potential is like at 10 years, though. They're thinking, hey, DAVONTAE, we don't have 10 years in him. Like that's, I guess, how they would value that. But that's tough to do.
I saw the Pony Express in Pittsburgh say we're going to give up $30 million plus. He's 33 years old.
Yeah.
So he's 31 years old.
31.
Which I think is a little bit different, especially whenever you get into those 30s.
Different.
Every year matters. 31's not that big of a deal there, wide receiver.
Especially not like a guy like DAVONTAE, where you talked about like Tyreek Hill, who is still the fastest receiver in the league.
He's a route runner. He's a possession player. He's not a 80-yard receiver.
But it's not like DAVONTAE's. The way he gets open is based off just pure speed or explosiveness. He's kind of like in the vein of like a Reggie Wayne. Like they're like savvy, and into their 30s, they're still going to be great. Larry Fitzgerald, like he wasn't a blazer, but he knew how to use his body, he knew how to read coverages, had a great catch radius, was smart. So all these different things you can play deep into, your 30s. So 31, I still think he's at the height of his career right now.
And if we're talking about like 1 year rentals, like the one team that's not on there.
Who the fuck competing with that nigga? It's the best receiver in the NFL. Fuck we talking about? The nigga quarterback is Gardner Minshew. Nigga last year, who was his quarterback? Couldn't even tell you. Exactly. Like that nigga, man, that's the problem, bro. That's the problem. They sit here trying to write this boy off. Who is he playing? Who throwing him the ball? He ain't got nobody throw him the ball. Hey, you better get rid of him when you can. Get him while he cheat. Because, boy, he get to catching them passes again from anybody. It's over.
That has the most cap right now is the 49ers. So, like, if the 49ers really wanted.
Hey, say that, Con, man. Say that. Dang, man. Get DAVONTAE in that red and gold, man. We love to have a good offensive weapon team, and we love to plug and play. Get him in there, get him out. Oh, yeah, we throw you in there. Oh, yeah, run that play. This is perfect for you. Hey, we know we got a great coach up there, Tate. You want you that ring, man. You come help a team that need a little bit of help, Tate. Hey, them Niners will love you out there, man.
To go all out.
There was
come put your girl in Cali. You know your girl trying to come to Cali, man. It ain't that far removed from Vegas, man. Come on, man. Let me know, so you could down there stay in Vegas, well, keep your property in Vegas, and you ain't got to pay them taxes, well, and just get you a little telly in Cali, well, down there stay with Brock, bro. You feel me? Stay with Brock. That's how committed we is to this Super Bowl. Stay with Brock, well, then we lit.
rumors. Now there was this.
They're not allowed to do that.
There was rumors this summer that they were trying to do a 3-way with Steelers, Raiders, and Niners, Ayuk, DAVONTAE, all of that. Obviously, it never came to fruition, but there was a report
I ain't gonna lie, shout out BA. I wouldn't have been mad. Come on,
that was out there. They were interested in him, but they did just sign Ayuk.
And
see, that's the thing, bro. I don't want to get rid of my dog Ayuk, but I don't know the way this shit looking. I don't think we're gonna have Ayuk next year.
Juan Jennings.
I mean, it's 1 year rental. And they got the most cap space when we talk about quarterbacks on rookie deals, and with the fact that McCaffrey doesn't look good.
Let's talk about McCaffrey a little bit, which is very interesting. Yeah, Ayuk hasn't hit his stride yet after the deal gets done over there. If DAVONTAE goes to the Niners,
that's a Madden team.
Not allowed. Can't do it.
Pearsall's on IR. It makes sense.
Usually
they talking about not allowed. We not dealing with the NBA. Well, we get any player we want. And Chris Paul can come this way. And Chris Paul and Kobe, come here, Chris Paul.
A little bit, which is very interesting. Yeah, Ayuk hasn't hit his stride yet after the deal gets done over there. If DAVONTAE goes to the Niners,
that's a Madden team.
Not allowed.
Yeah,
can't do it.
Pearsall's on IR. It makes sense.
Usually
get another guy in there.
Everybody's like, the Chiefs are going to get, in the division, not going to happen. And then we just said the Vikings can't do it. That should not be allowed.
Ain't gonna lie, how do you guard? Say they keep BA, and then C-Mac come back. Davontae Adams, Debo in there somewhere. I don't know where you throw at Debo at. C-Mac, Kittle. Come on.
The Niners are the most not allowed team to get Davontae Adams I think I've ever heard of. I think they're not allowed.
Yeah.
And that's a team.
C-Mac, man, Kittle, Debo, B.A., Jennings, man. Who else we talking? Jordan Mason. Oh, my God. But them Niners is lethal. Who else, bro? Elijah Mitchell. I don't know if he's still playing.
That Davontae maybe does do like 1 year.
He's from that area, right? I mean, he would still be, because that was one of the reasons he went to Vegas, because he's like
closer. Like, come on, well, you ain't going nowhere up the street to San Fran, man. Come slide, take.
Much closer to the family. The Niners take that bill still.
Oh no, Brock Purdy too. He'd be able to figure it out.
Might help Ayuk a little bit.
The Christian McCaffrey situation. Before we go, let's get this guy's thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the only members of the Houston Texans Ring of Honor, a future first ballot Hall of Famer. You can see him on CBS Sports every fourth week. Ladies and gentlemen, J.J. Watt.
JJ. Guys, happy to be here. Really excited to be on the show with you today.
Was that condescending? Didn't it sound?
No, I'm seriously. I'm jacked up. Some days, you just wake up, you got the energy, you got the juice, you're ready to roll. Today is that day.
Happy Is that because the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes was in the Thunderdome last hour? That had to be why it was.
Didn't hurt. That music hit my television set like a fucking sonic boom. My house exploded. I wasn't ready for it. I was in the kitchen making a cup of coffee, and that shit hit my eardrums. I said, let's have a day.
Okay, is Davontae Adams going to Houston Texans for a 1 year rental potentially? Is he going to the San Francisco 49ers? Is he going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? Is he going to the Vikings? What do you think about Davontae Adams on the move, JJ?
Come on, Tay, talk to me.
I mean, I think you have to look at these situations as, can he make us a Super Bowl contender right now? Does this make our team better immediately? The Texans, I think their receiving core is strong and set. I don't think they're good. The Steelers is an interesting one. I do think he can obviously help that receiving core.
Him and Pittsburgh, the Niners, would be lit. That'd be lit. I honestly could see that. I don't know how much better it makes the team overall, because, like, they the type of squad, it's like, I feel like they more better off getting a fucking, like they not gonna get too much better. Like, they get better due to coaching and throughout the season. That's why I feel like what type of squad Pittsburgh is. Just with Mike Tomlin, I feel like he gonna have them boys playing at their best potential just because who he is. It's just they gonna throughout the season they gonna get better.
I mean, you guys have already said it. That would be pretty wild. Chiefs could certainly use him with some of the injuries that they have, but again, that's one of those where he goes there and you're like, son of a bitch. That's like Kevin Durant to the Warriors. So it's tough, man. I mean, I actually do think the Steelers make a lot of sense. I don't know what they want to do there, how they're planning. Obviously, the Jets makes a lot of sense. But when you're taking on that type of guy in that type of situation, you have to decide, is this going to make me better right now? Can this take us to a Super Bowl right now? And I think there's some teams that doesn't necessarily fit for.
There's so many different reports happening all at the same time about who's interested in what, and the Raiders are reaching out to these people, and teams are obviously interested in Davontae Adams. And I think, what is the interest level? Is the interest level actually checking in, saying, what is it going to take to get this thing done? Is the contract a part of this entire thing? Will there be a holdout situation? Will this get ugly? So I think there's a lot of people poking around, as there should be. Inevitably, I think this is going to happen relatively quick. I think there's a chance that some teams...
It's early in the season, and it's not like this is an 0-4 situation. You know, like sometimes you get those where it's 0-4, you got a star player, and you're like, he's at a point in his career where he wants to go win. You understand those ones. This one's not necessarily that. Like, it's not like they're completely out of anything here. So this one is definitely a little more interesting. But watching the press conferences and seeing the way people talk, I agree with you. This one seems like it's going to move very fast. Now, I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the year. This could be a freezing take come down the line. But right now, this is proof that you don't have to go into this full rebuild mode when you have a brand new coaching staff and you have a young quarterback. You can turn things around extremely quickly, and it's cool to see.
What about Davontae to the Commanders?
Ooh.
I'm telling you, there's a couple of these teams where you just pick them up and drop them in there, and you're like, holy shit. Like the Vikings.
Yeah, look out.
I mean, imagine him going to the Vikings with...
It's fun when there's this type of speculation because every single fan base sits there. Like, generally, there's not huge names available mid-season, especially, week 4 like this. So every single fan base is sitting there right now like, yep, plug him in. We're going to the Super Bowl immediately.
This is not just no huge name, nigga. We talk about the best receiver in the NFL. Nigga. This is not just...
You look at that. Like,
this is not just no huge name. Like, this you talking about the best player at his position in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? What are you talking about? We talking about Patrick Mahomes. We talking about who motherfucking Patrick Surtain. Like, we ain't talking about
teams like Cleveland. Like, I don't know if he makes them a Super Bowl contender right now. So that one, even though they have all that cap,
we ain't talking about no Trey Lance, nigga. We ain't talking about no Jimmy Garoppolo, nigga. We ain't talking about no fucking we talking about nigga pinnacle of his career. Talking about like I'm ready to slide. What these niggas ain't me the ball, nigga. We ain't winning shit. I'm trying to win.
That space doesn't
make sense. Known, though. Niggas knew when he went to the Raiders from the jump.
I mean, the Lions have Amon-Ra St. Brown. They've got a good squad right there. Like, is he going to make them exponentially better right now? There's no doubt he's going to add to that team. The Cowboys, you got CD Lamb. You got, I don't know if he's turning them into a contender. The Commanders are an interesting one. The Jets, obviously, there's the affinity with Aaron and everything there. Saints are interesting. I mean, run the hell out of the ball with Alvin Kamara. Toss on up to DAVONTAE. He loves Derek Carr.
Patriots.
Indianapolis Colts not on the graphic. Obviously a spot, because the defense just said nah, and they just win games. So what? Caleb threw for 300 plus. Justin Fields threw for 300 plus.
First time since Ben, baby.
You guys were undefeated.
We score more points.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do. Ben was in the building. The Colts said, you know what? We'll be hospitable. We'll let the ball fly a little bit.
Hey man, tell you, just come to San Fran. Well, I already laid it out for you. To show your wife my videos, it'll all be smooth, man. It'll all be smooth. Nah, but if you made it this far, man, I appreciate you. You was a real one, bro. You was a real one, man. Taking this shit one day at a time, man. Grinding. Trying to be great, bro. Trying to be great, Lost in this motherfucking world. Trying to get to where I want to be, man. Thank y'all, though. Let me not get into my feelings. Lost out of feelings, running out of love. Let me not get into that, man. But thank y'all for tuning.